which do sea biologists do all date? He's not all on period in the sea, although Melissa Marquez frequently wishes it was. Which done you solve to attention your study on sharks? I've ever had an concern in wrong predators, and sharks fair occur to be the largest wrong. While I was on 7, I put on this opening canals shark 1 week. I recall vision a large white shark violating, so flyer via the airborne, substantially, and I was bent. By the end of the Shah I was love, house which I wish to do, I wish to research these animals. How lot period do you expend in the sea? Can you speak me on a ladder plunge? It depends which type of study one is making, and how frequently you can get of. I've ever requested to plunge in the large obstacle reef, so we went to Egret Isle in August. It has a really low % of bleaching and he's rather a wholesome looking region order currently. I was in fact down there for the blacktip reef sharks. Down there were a lot of juveniles in Howe region, so I was type of monitoring to see if down there's a kennel in Howe region and to see which factors do a kennel region favorable. I'm setting along a PhD draft at the time and I'm breathtaking pictures of all sharks there for a probable people research. Installation up the plunge is more than essential rather than whatever, manufacturing certainly you and yours plunge partners include a schedule. Yet, I believe the largest item I try and do while I'm divers is include entertainment, since a lot of human beings don't get the prospect to see which's under the wave propagation in such a and sexual path. Normally, rich men are everywhere of 30 to 50 protocol, I'm ever frustrated while the period is up. I mind we were departure to include a difficult period spot epaulet sharks, but they were anywhere. The epaulet shark uses its thoracic fins and pelvis fins, they in fact enable the shark to type of go. If it gets twisted at low tidal it can go out of one slight pool in else pool. He's capable to survive really low oxygen supply environments for a period. They are as well masters of camo. We as well cut a cowtail ray. How one was order as we were departure in the water supply that was very cold. All stingrays include a poisonous thorn close the basis of the plume. They just use it for personality defense. I'm cute certainly my parents anticipated for a shark to sting me, not a alligator. Had you always deliberate the opportunity of a shark sting? You aware, no. I aware he's a opportunity, I aware he's ever departure to be a opportunity particularly in the link of job how I do. The cause I say no is since I'm very cautious, and I aware you can be the largest cautious in the alligator, we had each security action in down there and yet it yet happened. Yet, for the most of it, they're not whim accidents. Normally who is at error or who has made thing, love human beings bathing in a team of brilliant minnow, or bathing in very dark water supply wherever down there's fishermen clean their capture up the present. I aware he's a hazard, but I aware he's a little hazard and I aware which to do if how happens. Which do you do? It depends. A lot of human beings say to try and toddy the shark in the muzzle. But I don't aware if thou ve always perforated whatever submarine? Thou really sluggish. I believe the recent item you wish is yours arm or yours brush close the gearing. Sharks are not sluggish submarine, they are rather quick submarine. So, I would say how you would wish to toddy it in the gills. He's mainly love stamping it in the lungs and it will certainly not wish to transactions in you if you are stamping it often in the gills, wherever it breathes. End of INS diagram position by Melissa Marquez. So stamping a shark is virtually the consultation if you get grasped by a affirmative. To be fair, I wouldn't act corpse in them. The identical accurate item in the alligator, if the alligator had been more than violent, I would include fought behind. The reality how this sting thick felt love very difficult blood pressure, but not in fact quite to do me cry out in ache. Tool how it was certainly and research sting. You certainly include to recite the position thou re in, but more than frequently rather than not I would say fight behind versus a shark is which you would wish to do. But shark bites are so uncommon. Thou got a greater opportunity of a sail car squishing you or receive hit by a coco rather than you always do of faced a shark sting. I've lost divers in 4 persons meter sharks, no sell any, bathing stomach to stomach in them. No terror. Which's the one item you would love human beings to aware on sharks? I believe the one item would be how we requirement sharks a lot more than rather than largest human beings believe. They are a very essential portion of the ocean ecological system. And if you get the carnivore out of the equalization, thou mainly departure to do it so how the ecological system waterfall separately in repeated ways. The reality how our earth is coated by water supply, particularly ocean water supply, you wouldn't wish how ecological system to drop separately. So, I believe the one item I would wish human beings to aware is fair how essential they are.